Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and on this episode we're doing a bit of trivia. And as always, as I do some trivia, I bring along with me...
Hi, it's me, Frank.
the Commissioner, Frank. And he's going to help off the screen. He has some questions. What we're going to do is we're going to name two wrestlers, and my job is to guess which wrestler is older of the two he's named. Now, if a person's dead, it's going to basically go by who was born first. I stole this idea from Stash Club Wrestling. There's going to be a link to their video in the description. With that being said, Frank, you ready with the first one?
I do indeed have the first one. We have Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Marty Jannetty.
Thank you.
They're the Rockers. I'm going to go with Marty on this one.
You'd be right. Do you have an idea what his age is?
So, they both started in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Marty is 61, and Shawn is 57.
You were close with Shawn. He's 58. And Marty is 63.
I was close. I said 61.
You still get the point because you guessed which one was older, but yeah.
Okay. And as you can see, there's going to be connection with some of them. Obviously, that was the Rockers.
Sasha Banks and Bayley is our next one.
Sasha Banks, a.k.a. Mercedes Moné. I didn't put Mercedes Moné on the list because Frank would not have pronounced it right.
No, I would not have.
This is a tough one because they both started around the same time.
Sure.
I'm going to go with Sasha.
You would be wrong.
I'd be wrong.
It's okay. Bayley who's older, at 34 years old versus Sasha's 31.
Okay. Yeah, it makes a little sense.
That's okay.
Alright, what's up next?
Our next one is Max Caster and Anthony Bowens.
Alright, so we have the Acclaimed. I believe Bowens has been wrestling longer than Caster. I think Caster... Did Caster do baseball first, or did Bowens do baseball first?
I don't know.
I'm thinking out of my head. I know you know none of this.
I do know nothing. Nothing. I know nothing.
This is why I use Frank, because Frank does not know anything about wrestling, so
there's no risk of...
He can't even inadvertently poison the results.
Right.
I'm going to go with Bowens.
You think it's Bowens?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are also wrong.
Really?
It's actually Max Caster. He was born in 89 versus 90 for Bowens.
Huh.
And that's 34 and 32.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm not doing so well so
Bowens'
far.
birthday is coming up, though. Just, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
All right. Not doing so hot, but that's all right. We got plenty more to go with. We have... Is it Arn Anderson?
Yes, Arn Anderson.
It's small print. I'm sorry. It's small print on my phone I'm reading off of. So, reading it is sometimes a little bit questionable.
Reading is fundamental.
Yeah, that's true.
Take a look.
Look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbows. Alright, so we got Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard.
Okay. This one is probably going to throw me off because Arn has always looked older, but Tully, I think, started wrestling before Arn. I'm going to go Tully.
This one you were actually correct on. Tully is 69, and Arn...
69.
Yeah, 69, perfect number. You can't age anymore. Arn here, he's only 65.
Okay, that makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Mark me on the thing.
I am marking.
He's also keeping track of how many.
Keeping track of how many he gets right.
All
right. So now we have Lita versus Trish. My mouth is not cooperating with me today. Trish Stratus.
And you know these two, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. You would have at least had to have seen their Playboys.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going with Lita on this one. Just a pure guess.
Your pure guess is spot on.
Okay.
Lita is older. Barely, but older.
Yeah.
She is 48 versus Trish's 47. So,
There you go.
all right. How about this one? We got Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns.
Seth Rollins.
I'm going to pronounce things wrong. I'm sorry.
So Seth has wrestled longer, but Roman had a football career before he started wrestling.
Mm-hmm. I've noticed that with a lot of wrestlers. They start off in there's several that start off in football and then go to wrestling.
Yeah, it's because it takes an athletic person.
Right, I figured that. But
This one's hard, and I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I'm going to go with Roman.
You are correct. It is Roman. Roman
Really?
is 38 versus Seth's 37.
I knew it was close, but Seth must have been wrestling when he was very young.
Probably. I don't know. That I don't have on my phone right now.
Hey.
All right, so now we have Rhea Ripley and
Rhea Ripley.
You say tomato, I say tomato, and Jade Cargill.
Okay. Jade's older on this one.
Yeah, the difference is pretty large comparatively.
Yeah, and Jade started wrestling a lot later in her career.
Mm-hmm. Okay. These are two fairly... I know who these are. Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage.
So this is another one that might throw me off. Hogan started wrestling later in life than Savage did. Savage started wrestling in the early 70s. Hogan was more towards the late 70s. But I believe that Hulk Hogan was doing working in bands before he started wrestling. And Savage would have started wrestling as a teenager. I'm just going to go Savage with the guess.
Savage is indeed older.
What's the ages?
71 versus 70.
Okay. I knew it would be close.
Just FYI, in case you're curious, Savage died when he was 58.
Yeah, he died quite a bit ago.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's really sad.
But
Macho Man
Randy Savage.
And you thought
yeah.
You thought my impressions were bad?
All right, so
Mark me down, I got it right.
we got the Road Warriors next.
All right.
We got Hawk and Animal.
Okay. This one I think is a slam dunk for Hawk. But however, whenever I think they're so super easy, it's a curveball. I'm gonna go with Hawk just because I think it's a slam dunk.
It is Hawk by 3 years even.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was.
Hawk was 66. He died when he was 46, which is way too young.
Yeah.
And then Animal died not too long ago, right?
I think he died like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, he died 3 years ago,
And
60. So.
I gotta grab this to show everybody. This is just off of screen, by the way, which is the Road Warriors on WCW Championship Wrestling.
Nice.
You played this game before, because
I probably have.
this isn't my original copy, but when I was a kid, because Frank is younger than me, whenever I would get a new video game system,
I get the old one.
my mom would have me give the old one to Frank, who would destroy them. Tell him about the peanut butter.
I mean, look, I wanted to play a peanut butter sandwich in the NES, okay? Leave me alone. I thought it would work when I was like freaking 5.
So I had an NES, and Frank, my genius brother, who, no lie, is an actual genius, decided one day to open the cartridge up and put a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in there. I think that is the maddest I've ever been at him. He destroyed my Nintendo, by the way, doing that.
You got a new one.
Yeah, it took a few months, though.
Yeah. Alright, you ready for the next set?
Go ahead.
You got Sting and Lex Luger. Yeah.
You know Luger.
I know Luger. I just said it wrong because my mouth was bleh.
Okay. This one's another one of those ones that's going to throw me off a bit. Luger played in the USFL. Didn't come right into wrestling. They both started about the same time in about 86, 87. I feel Luger is slightly older.
You are correct. Luger is slightly older by 1 year.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, he's 65 versus Sting's 64. All right, our next one is, I'm gonna butcher the name. I'm sorry. Diana Perazzo and Jordan Grace.
So he gets Deanna Purrazzo right, doesn't get Jordan Grace right.
There's no A in it. Never mind. Go ahead.
Alright, so this one again. Purrazzo, I think, has been wrestling longer, but she did start very young. I'm going to go with Deanna on this one.
You are correct. It is Deanna by 2 years.
Yeah.
She's 29 versus Jordan. There's no A. 27. So 2 years.
That's awesome. I can't believe she's that young and that accomplished. Well, both of them, they're that accomplished at that young.
Yeah. All right, we got John Moxley and Malachi Black.
Malachi Black.
Malachi. I was close.
I think this one's a slam dunk. I think Malachi's older. Did I get it wrong?
No, I'm trying to... Hold on. Did I do that right?
Malachi's been wrestling for 20 years.
It looks like Malachi's older. December, yep.
Okay, so they were born in the same year.
Same year, yep.
Okay. That makes sense, but Malachi's just a wee bit older. I actually thought he'd be quite a bit older.
Yeah. Alright, now we're moving on to the Dudley Boyz. So we got Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley.
Bubba Ray and Devon. I think Devon's older.
You are wrong. It is Bubba Ray.
Wow.
He is 52 versus Devon's 51.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm. I would have swore it was Devon, but okay.
Alright, then we got Sensational Sherry and Miss Elizabeth.
The two managers for Macho Man. Alright, so Miss Elizabeth, I'm trying to think in my head. She was with Macho Man since the 70s, the late 70s. Mm-hmm. Sherry started wrestling in the early 80s. I'm going to go with Elizabeth being older.
Nope.
Really?
It is Sherry. She is older by 2 years.
Okay.
They both died really young.
Yeah, it's
49 and 42, respectively. So
if you start looking at when wrestlers die, it's
not good.
Not good. Yeah, a lot of drugs and not properly taking care of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whatever that sentence was I just said, hope it made sense.
All right, we're moving on to the Motor City Machine Guns.
All right.
We got Chris Sabin. I want to say Saban so badly.
Yeah, because you watch Power Rangers.
I do. I watched Power Rangers when I was younger. Alex Shelley is the other one. So Chris
Sabin and Shelley.
Sabin
Okay.
and Shelley. Yep.
I feel like they're probably born in the same year, or if not, only a year apart. And I'm going to go with Sabin.
You are correct. And yes, it's basically a year apart. 41 versus 40.
Yeah, I figured as much. They both started right at the same time. That was just one of those ones that I was throwing a guess up, and for some reason I feel like Sabin seems older.
Alright, so the next one, I might butcher the name, I might not, I don't know, we'll see. Io Sky.
Io Sky.
What was one of those? Excuse me, I don't mean to cough. And Kairi Sane?
Kairi Sane.
Okay, so a little too far now.
Alright, so Io Sky and Kairi Sane.
Yep.
Two of Damage Control. I think Kairi is older.
You are correct. Kairi is 35. Io Sky. I keep saying Io because I see
Just
Io.
say Sky then.
And Sky is 33.
How old was Kairi?
35.
Huh. Okay. I didn't realize either one of them were that old, but makes sense. They were in Japan for a long time.
Yeah. Alright, we got Julia Hart and Anna Jay.
So both of these women are extremely young, but I'm almost 100% sure that Julia Hart's younger.
You are incorrect. It is
really
Anna Jay. Anna Jay is 25, and Julia Hart is 22.
So who's he? Did I say younger?
Yeah, you said.
I was right. I said Julia
the
is
question
younger.
is, who is older? And you told me who is younger?
But I did say who was younger.
Alright, well, I'll give it to you for this one.
Yeah. I was technically right.
You just said it backwards.
Yeah, that was like one of those Jeopardy things where I didn't say it in the form of a question.
Yeah. Alright, how about this one? King Kong Bundy and John Studd.
King Kong Bundy versus Big John Studd, two of Heenan's family. Studd, I want to say he started his wrestling career first. I'm going to go with Studd.
Significantly older.
Really?
Yeah, Studd was 75 and King Kong Bundy is 66.
Huh. I would have thought it was much closer than that.
Yeah, they both... King Kong Bundy didn't die too young, but still fairly young. And John Studd, 47. Oof.
Yeah, right. Again, you look at wrestling deaths, it's pretty sad.
Yeah. Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page.
Alright, Swerve and Hangman. Both have been wrestling about 10 years. Hangman, I think Hangman is slightly older. I'm going to go with Hangman being older.
No. It is
really?
Swerve.
Okay.
33 versus 32.
Alright.
And our last one. So
the final.
The final. It's final countdown. Anyway. There goes the monetization.
Yeah, good luck picking that off-key version up. We got better chance of getting demonetized for reading Rainbow than we got for your version of Final Countdown.
Alright, so we got Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
The Outsiders. I think it's Scott Hall. I might be wrong on this, but I think it's Scott Hall.
It is indeed Scott Hall.
Okay.
We got 65 and 64, and Scott Hall just died recently.
Yeah, he died about a year and a half ago.
Yep.
Which is sad as shit, because Scott Hall's awesome.
So, out of 20, you got 15.
So, I batted 75%.
Yep.
That's not bad.
No, not bad.
For a lot of them being total guesses.
You basing it off their career and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And in fairness, in total fairness, I did give Frank the list of names, but I did not look them up beforehand.
You were just blindly stacking.
Yeah, I just tried to put people together that would make sense together.
I wouldn't have the knowledge of it, right?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
If you noticed, I tried to give either teams or people that their careers tied together, and that I kind of thought were similar in age. Yeah. When I look at it, the one that I know for a fact I knew going into it was Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill, because Jade didn't get into wrestling until she was like 28, and Rhea started when she was very young. I should have thought that one out before putting it on, but I digress. I threw myself a softball. Sue me.
Softball. That's all right.
But I think I did pretty good. What about you?
I think you did all right.
All right. This is about how most of them go.
Yeah.
I usually get about 3/4 right. Frank's always been a great help. Thank you, Frank.
You're welcome. No problem.
Anything you'd like to say to our wonderful fans out there and friends that are watching?
Like, comment, subscribe, interact, all that nice jazz, so we can buy me more video games. I'm just kidding.
If you want to know what I got Frank for Christmas, go ahead and tell him, Frank.
Baldur's Gate 3!
Frank is a very avid video gamer, and I got him Baldur's Gate 3, and he got me 2 of these, which are
equal the same, but whatever.
I don't care what the price was.
I don't have the funds to,
These are boxes that hold comic books, and this one, I actually filled the other one. I haven't got around to filling this one yet. But if I were to swing this camera around, you would see there's just stacks of comic books in this room.
And Funko Pops.
And Funko Pops and toys and a hockey net and everything you could think of.
Nerd paradise.
My Switch is right here.
Yep.
Along with Tears of the Kingdom.
Have you beat that, by the way?
No.
I didn't think you did, but...
I really don't have time to play it.
I mean, that's...
But anyway, I know we're starting to get a little bit long in the tooth. So with that being said, smash the like button, share, subscribe, all that crap that Frank told you to do. My name is George Coles, and this is...
Frank?
And you've been watching Heel Heat.
Aye.